Okay, good evening. Welcome to this regular scheduled business meeting of the Summersville City Council on this 9th day of December 2024. I'd like to welcome all of our guests this evening and move right into tonight's agenda. The first item on that agenda being consideration of the council minutes of the meeting we held on November 25th of 2024.
Move to approve and waive the reading.
Second.
Okay, council, the motion is to waive the reading. So are there any changes or amendments to those minutes as they're presented in your packet? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion so carries. Okay. The next item on the agenda is public comment. No public comments. Okay. Okay, council, at the last meeting, due to the fact that we made changes to an ordinance, it's actually required by law that the ordinance that's actually approved is published for public review. So where we would have had everything on a second reading tonight, the ordinance that we're going to discuss here first per the city recorder is the ordinance on animal hospitals, and that's because we did make some changes on that ordinance. So tonight would be the first reading on that ordinance as amended. So Gary, the first reading of amended city ordinance article 505.03 animal hospitals. You just want to refresh us on what that's
Sure.
about.
Animal hospitals, this is to say Office of the Mayor, Nicholas County Health Department, Nicholas County Animal Control Officer instead of City Health Officer. The change that we made there was Office of the Mayor, and we did originally have our code official in there, and we all decided to make that move. So we will, this will be its first reading, and we'll do the next reading on the next meeting.
Okay. Okay, so I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
We have a first
Second.
and a second. Is there any discussion or questions? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion so carries.
Next was 1105.03 permits to say Summersville code official instead of city recorder.
Okay. And this is actually second and final reading.
Yes.
Okay, so all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion so carries. So that is the second and final reading, and that is officially ordinance of the city. Next.
1113.03 violations. Notice property owner to pay the cost of removal to say Summersville code official instead of the mayor.
So ask for that to be put in the form of a motion.
Okay.
We got a
Second.
first and a second, and of course this is for the final reading. Any questions or discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion so carries.
Next is 1329.02 zoning commission to say Summersville Planning and Zoning Commission instead of zoning commission or Summersville Planning Commission. Entertain to put that in the form of a motion.
So moved.
Thank you.
We got a, you want to be the mayor tonight?
No, go right ahead.
I tried sitting over there. That was real slick. That was real slick. Okay, all those, any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion so carries. Next.
525.05 tobacco usage restrictions. We are going to adopt West Virginia Code 16-9A.
Okay. Form of a motion. First and a second. Any discussion, council? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion so carries.
Thank you.
Okay, so that puts the last four as official ordinances of the city, and the first one, we'll have a rereading of it at our next meeting, or the second reading of it at our next meeting. Okay, your report, Gary?
I did short report. report. In front of you, I gave you some new business in Summersville in November. It was very slow. Of course, the weather was bad, but Revolt Energy, Appalachian Tax Group, Inc., Arbuckle Village, S&M Used Auto and Mobile Home Sales, and GSD Farms. That's all I have.
Okay. Okay, council, got just a few more things for you for the mayor's report. First of all, I'm going to let you know that we do have some interviews set up for the finance director for next week. And then also, I passed each of you out tonight the actual job posting for the superintendent's job. We'll begin accepting applications tomorrow through January 3rd. The whole idea with both of these positions is we're going to interview for the finance director with the idea that that individual would start in January. And then, of course, we're posting the superintendent's job in December, interviews in January with the idea that the new superintendent would start in February. Giving that individual 2 months training for the superintendent, and then, of course, the finance director, 3 months training. Starting in January, February, March, because both James and Cookie, both of their departures are set for April 1st. I want to remind everybody that the City of Summersville and the Summersville Arena and Conference Center movie night is scheduled for Thursday, December 19th at the Conference Center, 6 p.m. It's going to be a Charlie Brown Christmas. And of course, this year, the story is going to be read by none other than our city recorder, Gary Withy. So invite everybody to come out for movie night. That's a fun night. Cookies, hot cocoa, Mr. and Mrs. Claus, games, all kinds of activities. So bring the kids out and have a good evening.
What day is that?
That is actually the 19th, Thursday the 19th. And then at the Summersville Public Library on the 13th, which is actually this week, and is that Friday or Thursday? Friday. That's this Friday. At the Summersville Public Library, they're having a holiday pajama party. Goes from 6 to 7 p.m. They're going to have stories and treats, so the kids are all invited for that. Of course, I want to remind everybody the Summersville Youth Athletic Banquet or Dinner is this Saturday. It starts at 6 p.m. All are invited to buy a ticket, participate. What a great organization. Can't say enough about the good they do promoting and allowing for extracurricular activity for our youth to exist in this community. So we certainly appreciate.
6:30.
Oh, it's 6:30? Okay, I've been saying 6 o'clock on the radio all week, or all month.
I've been countering you when I'm on the radio. I say 6:30.
Okay, good deal, 6:30. All right, good deal. Your flyer says 6 o'clock, I don't know if you know that.
Does it? The ticket says 6:30. Anyway.
Anyway, good, 6:30. Anything else you want to add to that, Stevie?
Hey, come on down. Great event. That's for, obviously that supports the 4 main youth programs that we have in Summersville: Bitty Basketball, Little Bears, Youth Soccer, and Little League Baseball. And then that also can go out in the form of donations to other activities for the youth. So it's a great thing.
Yep. And they've got festive hors d'oeuvres, a big, huge spread of hors d'oeuvres, appetizers.
Giving away $10,000 worth of money back to the crowd.
Yep,
So,
$10,000 money goes back, and also you can get yourself a festive drink that night
Yes,
if
you
you
can.
so choose.
Certainly.
Yes. And they got a DJ too, don't they?
yeah, DJ Thunder will be back this year, and he does a great job for us. So.
Okay, good deal. Okay, that's all for the mayor's report. Council, you have anything?
Mayor, I'd like to mention something. I've mentioned this briefly in the past about some of the work some volunteers are doing in our community through this, it's called the West Virginia Ministry of Advocacy and Work Camps. And our local coordination and supervision of projects is done by Tim and Joanne Stewart at the Presbyterian Church. They do a great job. Just to give you an idea real quick, March through August of this year, there were 14 students from Boston College involved in this, and there were 6 adults from Tarrenton, Pennsylvania, 6 adults from Ashburn, North Carolina, 11 adults from Pittsburgh, 15 students from St. Peter's Prep School in Manhattan, 9 adults from Lewis, Delaware, two groups, 14 and 21 students from Regis Prep School in New York City, and 13, a group of adults and students from Westfield, Indiana. That was just from March through August. And there's another, of course, from September through October, there's some folks from Notre Dame University students, and Pittsburgh, Ashburn, North Carolina, and some of these other places too. But what they do is they did wheelchair ramps, underpinning mobile homes, repair and replacement porches, some roofing, flooring, and painting, that kind of thing. They come in, and you don't hear about this kind of thing, but it's a really good project. It's a statewide network of different churches, non-denominational, Catholic, Methodist, Presbyterian. So it's great to see churches getting together in a network like this. And I think it was great here about a month ago or so. We had the resource fair, and we saw churches get together and cooperate in that. So I think it's a great thing. I'm glad to see churches getting together and working together to put some of this stuff on. So, and I'm real thankful that these people come into our community and help people, our neighbors, and people in our community, and they don't expect any kind of recognition or anything, and just volunteers. So, thought I'd mention that.
Thank you, Jim. Thanks for sharing that. Yep, it's good to hear stuff like that. First of all, you're exactly right. We don't, there's things going on that we don't know, but not only that, it gives you hope that there's still some good left out there in the world. I mean, these people come in from somewhere else and helping our communities, so thanks for sharing that, Jim. Anything else, council? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Got a first?
Second.
Any discussion? Gary, got any discussion?
I'm good.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Thanks, council.